Hi everyone, welcome to another video on the JayBee and Milly channel. Happy Christmas, today's Island Tour 25, and with that in mind we're here on our island Miltopia, where we will be doing our Christmas Island tour. So, our island is a great Gatsby theme, and we've also added a few little Christmas twists, so this would be the dream address entrance for any of you visiting, and here's the island.
Yeah, so Merry Christmas everyone. And I guess on topic of that, if you have got like 3 of your favourite gifts that you've received this year, feel free to comment them down below. It is amazing. We have done a handful of Christmas specials, some of our podcasts, a massive unboxing, so there's a lot to enjoy today. And look at this, 2022. Imagine that. Although to be honest, for all this year's dragged a little bit, thinking back to exactly what we did last year, it doesn't seem like that long. I don't know. It doesn't. But I like this a lot. Oh, so Millie, I guess because you're the ambassador of the island, you created it. What can you tell us about these sections?
Okay, so we're starting off with the island entrance here. So this is the airport entrance. This is the walkway up to Gatsby's house, so lots of kind of festival items, the confetti cannons, the lights. So you get to walk up this main entrance. Before you get to the house, there's a place here to collect your drinks, some food. Heading up to the main Gatsby house here, there's a little turn off where you can go down to Nick's house.
Yeah, Nick Carraway. Oh, I don't want to say too much, but if you know, you know. I'm not going to say any more than that, but that's particularly exciting.
Just going to take a second to appreciate some Christmas vibes here as well. Like I said, we did try and just scatter the island a little bit with some kind of festive vibes as well as the Gatsby theme.
I mean, definitely, that's kind of an essential, which is something that I was kind of lacking on, but I think just the kind of snow in general just looks amazing. Although, admittedly, I didn't make one snowboy this year.
Okay,
Ooh.
so JayBee, you're the kind of Gatsby expert here, so do you want to explain this room?
This is just simply Nick Carraway's house, and I think the scene that this is borrowing from is when Jay Gatsby actually comes in here to decorate the house for when Daisy comes over to visit.
Yeah. I mean, there is one scene, I believe, where it's Gatsby and Nick are stood near a cake very similar to this, and Daisy's kind of looking across, so that's that there. But yeah, ultimately, you know, when I was designing this island for JayBee, he just said, think flowers. So then you have room 2. Okay. And this again is lots of flowers. This was more like my vision, I think it's fair to say, just doing this little love heart. So again, lots of flowers, and that's it for Nick's house, really.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of short but sweet, you know. This is kind of like, I don't want to get too like wordy with it, but it's a very almost social commentary based novel where it's kind of the haves and have-nots, and you know, you've got old money and new money, and Nick's just kind of there caught in between the two. So Nick's not a very affluent character, but I guess he definitely lives very close to some affluent people. That's a bit of an understatement, I'd say.
Exactly, which means that, as you were saying, living near to those affluent people, we have approached Gatsby's manor. So, got the little snowflakes there as well.
I actually love the entrance scene from the Leonardo DiCaprio movie.
You can see Gatsby's mansion up there.
Wow.
So this is the party. Different items placed, kind of representing people, different custom designs here as well. But ultimately, here's where, you know, you can do some dancing, some food all the way along the back here as well. All these clothes represent lots of people. And so if you head to the side here, there's a little beach area that the party can spill out over onto. And this is from another scene which JayBee again may add some clarity on. See, I designed it, but JayBee kind of, he knew the movie, he knew the book, and was kind of giving me guidance as to what to include.
Yeah, well, there's just a montage here about when, and I'm going off the DiCaprio movie first and foremost because I actually really do like that movie. I think it's a lot more fun than the Robert Redford original, but it's where they kind of go off to play some golf on the pier with Daisy when they first get invited over after the scene we just spoke about to Gatsby's mansion for the first time.
Okay, so continuing on the Gatsby's mansion kind of feel.
I mean, if you know the structure of the novel and the film, we're literally going around the whole storyline, so it's like you kind of see what happens, if that makes sense. We're almost going for a little storybook here.
There's a little band playing there. Again, I feel like this is a kind of moment from the movie that if you know, you know it.
Yeah, you know, you know. No spoilers though, no spoilers.
There's also a kind of little bar at this side as well.
And that's kind of festive, isn't it? The kind of ice section.
It is. And then here we're going to head into Gatsby's mansion. Whichever you prefer.
Ooh. So let's see.
Okay, so this is the main room. So again, this is going to require some JayBee clarification. The kind of movie expert.
I mean, this is just the kind of the ballroom, you know, not well, kind of nothing and everything happens here, but it's kind of just the party centerpiece.
Now we're going to go to this side first because this is one that I personally took directly from the movie, I want to say. Again,
Oh, yeah, because this was your idea, wasn't it? I wasn't going to do too much with this.
So this was a me idea. Can't say that it's the best one I've seen. But basically there's one kind of scene where there's a kind of pool in the middle and some steps leading up in the background. So we've tried to do that with custom design.
Oh, and I do like it all. And I think what you've done is perfect because it just kind of simulates that almost island-based pool where there's like water around it.
Okay, so the next room was again had some JayBee influence, but this was the one where I had a lot to contribute as well. So in doing this island, we watched the Leonardo DiCaprio movie. And so this is Gatsby's office. Now, there's that kind of flashback sequence and explanation about them travelling in a boat around the world. And so just this little bit here is kind of a bit of a homage to that. And also just some other items that I think make the office look quite nice.
Yeah, I like it. And there's like a little character that looks like Blathers in there that's in the film. They're like an owl-looking person. I don't know if that's offensive to say or not, but it's cool.
Okay, so I believe at this side we've got the kitchen. Now, at this point we're kind of running out of rooms because we don't actually see that much of Gatsby's house. But for me, this just adds to the story that I wanted to create a little bit here. And that obviously with the big parties that Gatsby hosts, there's going to be a lot of catering staff and food. So these are just like some trolleys that people can take food out on that's been prepared in the kitchen.
It's as easy as pie. I do like it a lot though. I think initially I was going to come up with some weird idea because there's a sequence in the kind of newer film where some orange gets squeezed and I wanted to make a massive orange squeezing room. But I'm kind of glad you vetoed that idea a bit.
Now we're heading upstairs, another kind of iconic scene from the movie here, which is where they're just kind of throwing all the clothes around the room. I did try to drop some of the clothing items because I thought that looked good, but you can't actually drop those items in your house.
Yeah, see, I do love what you've done, but at the same time, I was so surprised that you couldn't just leave dropped, like, clothes there.
Yeah, me too.
Because that would have worked quite good. I mean, to be fair, not as well as they would have just been folded. And in the film and the book, they're specifically
scattered.
Yeah, so it's more accurate. It's more source material accurate.
Yeah, we still tried to make the room look very kind of smart and like antique furniture and things. And then the basement, which again, 100% my input here because we had run out of things from the movie. But we were thinking if Gatsby hosts lots of parties, that's going to encompass dinner parties as well. So, huge table here, food been brought down from the kitchen. So yeah, another room that I personally really enjoy.
I agree. I think The Great Gatsby is such a cool aesthetic to go off of. I think that's why there's so many things continuously made. Like, Gatsby parties are things that are like kind of in trend. Maybe not so much now, obviously, but I just think that kind of glorification of the 1920s is something that I'll never be bored of.
Okay, Okay, so we're moving on to the next area here. So, as most of you that've seen Great Gatsby will know, there is a lake opposite, just next to Gatsby's house, and a pier, and at the end of that pier is a green light. So that symbolises the start of Daisy's house, I believe, JayBee?
Yeah, well, it's literally the divide. And again, I just feel like I'm diving too much into it, but yeah. I guess the kind of green light definitely signifies Daisy's presence, at least to Gatsby.
Which leads us on to Daisy's house. So, for Daisy's house, we have the museum here now. Again, some iconic scenes. Daisy rides a horse up kind of a landscape like this towards her house.
Ooh, I like what you've done with the trees here.
I was trying to make it look festive, I'm sorry.
I don't know how many photos we're taking, but I like
I'll
it.
get another one. And also they play, is it polo here?
Yeah, it's Tom Buchanan, the polo player.
Okay, there's your tree picture, JayBee.
I kind of feel like my old English teacher would have been proud that, like, I wanted you to help me make... Well, I wanted you to make a Great Gatsby Island.
Thank you. And then we have some stables up here as well, because Daisy does like her horses and things.
My English teacher was actually so cool. I don't know if I can say their name, probably. But Mr. Smythe was a legend. Like, oh, and I would have another lesson with them any day. Funny guy. Nice guy.
Okay.
Did you like your English teacher, Milly?
I had a bit of an issue with English, like... My English teacher left, so we just got left with the supply teacher who hadn't quite finished their English qualification. So it wasn't very helpful. We didn't actually study The Great Gatsby, we didn't get to study much. So moving across from Daisy's house, we're heading into the city a little bit, and here we have the garage, which is, I think it's fair to say, rather important in the storyline. Now, this is JayBee's house. He does work on a different style, different theme in here, so it's not actually encompassed in the island theme. So I don't feel like we need to take a look.
I mean, I'll get round to that video one day. One day. I've had like so many dates have been like, I'm going to post that this date, this date, this date. And none of them have panned out, so...
But still, I like the garage design here. I think the external part of the house fits in nicely because we did try and work
even the top, you know, the fact that there's that one up room, because there's a Myrtle that's seen like looking out that very window in a sequence, so that's good.
And then here we have the city.
The city. Oh wow, look at that. Oh look, and this is New York as well, and I've always wanted to go to New York at Christmas.
So here is the town, like the city. There's cars around there. Can head down all these different little streets. The next one's the most prominent one because you have this little post office, but behind that is the speakeasy.
Which is cool. And this is actually based on a sequence as well, where they meet Maya Wolfsheim. You've done a great job with the skyline as well.
Thank you.
Now, this is a bit unrealistic though, because all the houses are like dark, and it's the city that never sleeps.
Tried to do a little bridge in there as well. It was the first kind of landscape I've worked on. But ultimately there's this other entrance here which leads to the alley where all the liquor would be delivered and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, but secret though, so shh. You can't tell anyone. Even though I think a lot of people were involved in it, but... Oh, okay, so this is the big change, I think.
Coney Island.
Lily!
Hey, Lily.
And this is some 2.0 magic here. So we were a bit limited on what we could do in terms of a kind of fun island before. But now there's so much with the update. Like, wow.
It is amazing. I do love all the new items. Still kept some of the old features as well though. Like, I like this little roller coaster here. So if you enter camera mode and do this, I think that looks really good for a little roller coaster. The pier, we've got a cabin here now.
Cool. I wish Catwin would show up in dream addresses more. Because I just kind of want to say, because everyone says the weirdest stuff in the dream, like, oh, is this a dream, or is this even real? And I kind of wish I'd heard, like, Cappen's take on being in someone's dream. Oh, there's... Oh.
Statue of Liberty. And then the final. Oh wait, we missed a bit out. Sorry.
Was it the is it the Valley of Ashes?
It is the Valley of Ashes. If you head up here, the iconic kind of Gatsby glasses. There.
It's Jay Gats.
And of course, there's kind of train tracks and things here as well.
Ooh.
A little bit of festivity up here.
You know the lady that's in the gas station, the wife?
Yeah.
That's Isla Fisher, who is Mary Jane from Scooby-Doo 2002.
Oh wow.
So a bit of a factoid there.
So coming back across there, like we said, you have the Statue of Liberty there. And the logo.
Yeah, some lovely flower art from Milly. I love the flower art. It's difficult to get it all though.
That's, I think, the best we can do. You can see the little snowflakes here too. Again, a little bit festive. Gift pile over here. And then I just tried to do something nice on this area of the beach. I like this little tent thing here.
Little kids tent.
Yeah, that brings us all the way back to resident services where you'd enter through the dream address. So, oh, and also you can see the little logo and the welcome sign there as well.
Oh.
So if you'd like to visit this island yourself, we'll put the DA up on screen for you now. It's 5731 8489 4343. Please tag us in any pictures you take if you are visiting the island. If you take a look at the middle on the bottom there, you can see the logo there as well. That's where I did the little flower garden and tried to like match it up on the map as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoy all this. This has been our Advent tours.
Yeah, I guess it's fair to say it might be a little while before we do another tour. Because I'm definitely a bit exhausted, but I just love doing these so much. So I guess if you do have a tour or an island that you want us to do,
Comment below.
yeah, and just give us the name of your island, a brief description of what we can expect for it, and we'll see when we get to it. If it's been like a month and we're still not there, just keep pestering us in the comments, because we do read all the comments and try and reply to them as much as we can. So yeah, I guess Merry Christmas everyone. Again, so much content's going out today to celebrate the season. So if you finish this, you're wondering what to do, you've got family members to avoid, or you need a bit of company, then yeah, just check through all that we've uploaded, because we've definitely been working hard to make the cold season a bit warmer. So yeah, if you want to see this and so much more, then please like, comment and subscribe.
JayBee Milly.
And happy holidays everyone.